Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Heini. I'm Heini, and this week I'm going to lead you through a short, no props needed yin yoga practice. Let's get started. Often when we practice yin yoga, we stay in each pose for quite a long time. And then that often means that the whole practice time becomes quite long. And at least I personally feel that unless I have 45 minutes or a full hour, I don't even start a yin yoga practice because I feel that it's not worth it because there's not time enough for each pose. But today I would like to show you that we can practice yin and we can practice with that yin attitude even if we don't have very long time for the practice. So we're going to do quite short practice. We're going to stay in each pose between 1 and 2 minutes, so not a very long time for yin pose. But we try to come into each pose with that yin attitude, finding just a moment of stillness, just a moment of calm in our body, in our breath, and in our mind. You don't need any props for this practice, so you could do this anywhere where you have a bit of room to lie down, sit. Maybe it's in your bed in the morning or just before going to sleep, or even in the office in the middle of a hectic day, just to find a moment of peace and quiet in your day. We're going to start from a seat, and I suggest a cross-legged seat with your right leg in front. So make yourself comfortable in your initial seat so that you could spend here that 1 or 2 minutes just arriving into your body, into your practice. If you want, you might close your eyes or just soften your gaze down towards the floor and notice your breath. Maybe take a few just slightly deeper breaths in and out. And just let yourself observe how you feel right now. Throughout the practice, I encourage you to not look for a certain sensation and not to look for a stretch. Just let yourself be and let yourself notice how you feel. Let yourself make all those observations without any judgment. There is no right or wrong way for you to feel. Give yourself a few more breaths here. Let yourself notice the breath maybe slowing down. Maybe there's a rhythm in your breath that you can follow. Maybe throughout the practice, coming back to that rhythm, back to your breath in each pose. Now, if you have your eyes closed, you can choose to leave them closed or maybe open your eyes. And then from that cross-legged seat, we're going to move into a simple side bend. So leave your legs crossed, leave your right leg in front of the left, and slowly start to lean onto your left hand. So walking, stepping the left hand a bit further out to the side so you can start to lean towards the left, coming into a simple, small side bend. You could leave your right arm behind the back. Or if you want, you have an option to lengthen that right arm into a long line with your torso. But if you start to feel there's tension in your right shoulder, you're very welcome to keep that right arm down, again, maybe behind the back. And then just notice your breath. Notice how you feel along your spine. If you notice tension building up in the neck, maybe turn your gaze down, or maybe turn your head sideways. And then just let yourself take another 5 to 10 breaths in this side bend. Just coming on to your edge and allowing yourself to be still in some kind of stillness for a moment, noticing how that makes you feel. Just take another breath or two in and out in that side bend. And slowly, in your own time, when you feel ready, with a slightly bigger in-breath, bring yourself back up to center. We can still stay in that cross-legged seat. Take a couple of breaths in and out. And we're going to keep legs in that cross-legged seat and start to slowly lean forward. You could walk your hands in front of the legs and start to slowly lean onto the hands, allowing the back to slowly, breath by breath, round. Maybe even leaning the head, the neck further down and forward. But you're not looking for a stretch, not looking for a big sensation. But allowing the body come to an edge where it can enjoy some stillness. And where you feel that you can still easily breathe in and out. Let your mind rest in your breath. And give yourself again another 5 to 10 breaths in this gentle forward bend. If you want, you might lean further down. Again, just allowing yourself to stay on an easy edge. Letting go of expectations. And letting go of strong sensations. When you come to the end of your 5 to 10 breaths, and with a slightly bigger in-breath, start to bring yourself up, back to that more upright seat, taking your time. And then take a moment, maybe a few breaths, in the upright seat. Let yourself notice how you feel after those 2 first poses we've done. And then we're going to do the side bend and forward bend to the other side. So we're going to stay in a cross-legged seat, but now change your legs the other way round. Bring your left leg in front of the right. And then slowly walk the right hand out to the right side of your hip, your pelvis. So you can start to lean towards your right side. And again, you have the option of leaving that left arm down. Maybe it's behind your back. Or if you want, that left arm can also reach up and towards the right side. So it lengthens the line of your left side, your back. Again, we're not looking for a big stretch. So if it causes more tension than release, then you're very welcome to keep that left arm down. Again, just allowing yourself to find that stillness, where you can turn your gaze, your attention inwards. Notice, observe without any judgment how you feel. We'll spend another 5 to 10 breaths in this side bend. You might turn your gaze down if you start to feel neck tensing up. Couple more breaths in and out. And then with that slightly deeper inhalation, start to bring yourself back up. Slowly, slowly finding that upright seat. Give yourself a breath or two there, in and out. A mini rebound in between the poses. And then we are going to move into that forward bend. So still keep legs where they are. And then walk hands in front of the legs, just leaning slightly forward. You might observe the second side feeling very different than the first side. So you might find a slightly different edge. And that is very, very fine. You might lean your head, your neck further down if you want. But if that feels too strong, don't go too far. You can always keep your head, your neck a bit higher up. And then just breathing here. We are also practicing non-attachment. So not getting attached to any specific sensation. Not getting attached to that certain pose. And just allowing thoughts to pass by. You can let them come in, but don't get attached to any single thought. Let it just pass by. Take another few breaths in and out. Let go of tension that you don't need right now. And if you feel that you need to stay longer, you are very welcome to stay longer in this forward bend. But we are also very welcome to slowly start releasing the pose. We've been there about 2 minutes. So slowly, slowly you can help yourself up into that more upright seat. If you feel you need to move head, shoulders, you could turn head from side to side. You could roll the shoulders a bit. And then from your seat, bring yourself to lie down on your belly. So extend, lengthen the legs behind you and come lie down on the belly. You could start by bringing hands under the head. Maybe rest your head down for a moment. Take a slightly deeper breath in and out. Notice if it's good to stay here, keeping your head down. Or the other option is to slowly come onto your elbows into a Sphinx pose, into a small back bend. You can walk your elbows closer together or wider apart. Just elevating the chest slightly off the mat, creating a gentle back bend. You might still lean your head down if that feels good in the neck. Or you might keep your neck more neutral, or even look forward. Just find an edge where you can find stillness. And notice your breath. Let the sensations pass by. There is no right or wrong way to feel. Give yourself another 5 to 10 breaths wherever you are. If you start to feel that your body is in pain, please come away from the pose earlier. Or if you are still in that Sphinx back bend, slowly with your next few breaths, start to release the chest, the head back down. Maybe bringing hands back under the head and just leaning head all the way down, leaning chest all the way down. Maybe a few slightly deeper breaths in and out, breathing down towards the belly, down towards the lower back. Just allowing yourself to feel that change. When we change the shape, how the sensations change as well. And then slowly from your belly, roll down onto your back. Bring yourself to lie down on your back. You can adjust if you want to have your legs extended or if you want to bend your knees. Just finding a comfortable edge. Breathe a few times in and out. And notice if this is where you would like to stay. If you would like to spend a longer time in Shavasana pose, you could start your Shavasana pose from here. Or otherwise, I'm going to invite you into another pose, coming into a twist for the spine. So lying down, bend your knees, step your feet on the mat, and then slowly let your both knees fall down towards the left side of your body. You might leave your legs wide apart, or you might bring your right leg on top of the left. Just let yourself find that comfortable, easy edge. You're not looking for a stretch. Let your shoulders, your neck find ease. And then just breathe. Let yourself be. Sometimes we make ourselves very busy in our yin practice by adjusting, looking for certain sensations that we expect we should feel. But now let yourself just practice that observation and see what kind of sensations arise if you let yourself stay in that stillness for a moment. I suggest we stay here another 5 to 10 breaths. And at the end of those 5 to 10 breaths, if you feel that you need to stay longer, you can make that decision. If it's been long enough, just slowly bring your legs back up to the center. If you need to adjust your back, your pelvis, you're very welcome to do that. And then let your knees, your legs fall down to the right side. So going to the opposite side of a similar pose. The shape might be different. And you might decide to have your legs wide apart or on top of each other. What feels right for you now on the second side, where you can find some stillness. If you notice pain, in that case, let yourself adjust. We're not looking for painful sensations. But if it's just a bit of a discomfort, see if you could see your way through that discomfort. There might be a release of tension on the other side of that discomfort. And we could spend another 5 to 10 breaths on the second side of the twist. And then at the end of your 5 to 10 breaths, or when you feel ready, slowly, once more come onto your back, bring your legs up to the center. And we're going to take a moment to rest, a minute or two in Shavasana pose. You could leave your knees bent. You might extend your legs. Just once more, let yourself be. Notice how you feel as we're coming towards the end of our practice. If you notice tension you could still let go of, allow a few more exhalations, soften, release that tension. And then with your next few breaths, if you feel ready, slowly from your Shavasana pose, roll down onto one side, either the left or the right side. And then from your side, bring yourself up into a seat. You might keep eyes closed or just soften the gaze down towards the ground. Find one more seat, like in the beginning. Give yourself a few more breaths in and out. Today we have practiced coming into our body, into our practice without expectations, rather accepting how we are in this moment today. If it's part of your practice, you could bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, thank yourself for bringing yourself onto the mat or into your practice space, just to be and observe how you are feeling today. I thank you all very much for joining in, for sharing the practice. Namaste. Thank you. Good. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you did, please leave the video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. How did this practice go for you today? Also, if you know someone who might enjoy or benefit from this practice, please share the video with them. It really helps the channel to grow. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye!